Hello, Beth here, and today I didn't really know what I wanted to paint, and last night I was messing around with some flowers, and so you can kind of see them here. I like to think of this as kind of a poppy, a peony, some roses, a daisy, and I thought that what I would do today is just make an attempt to put some of these flowers on bookmarks. So, with these as a reference, I'm going to show you how I do that, and just for giggles. I'm going to use my paints that I've been using. These are very inexpensive paints, but I kind of like them. They really do a good job. And I'm going to use a couple of small brushes. This is a number 2, and this is probably about a 4 round. It's super cheap. It's a Walmart brush. This one is a Princeton Neptune, so it's a better quality brush. But we're going to use these two. And I'm going to show you how to do these poppy looking flowers. I'm not going to say that they are poppies because I don't really know what they are. They're just flowers, okay? So let's get started. Oh gosh, yeah, there we go. That's better. So orange, I think I'll do them orange. I really liked that. And this is a really easy thing to do. All you have to do, you take your paint, saturate your brush good with the paint, and come over here. Just wiggle the brush up and down a little bit. Okay. We're going to leave that to kind of dry. Do another one. Maybe I'll just do 3 because there's not that much room. This is just going to be a bud. And then a third one. Let's put a third one right. I don't know whether to put it above or below. What do you think? Let's put it right here. Might be a mistake, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Doesn't look like much, does it? Just give it a minute. And while we're letting that dry, I'm going to come over here and do a couple of little peonies. One of the things that I really like to do with the peonies is add a little bit of white, and you can add just your white, you can just add your white paint to it if you want to. I've got a little bit of P.H. Martin's bleed proof white on my palette over here, and I'm just making a nice pink. Can you see that? Pink. It's gonna make a nice pink peony, but it also makes it really opaque. I don't know why, I just like that on the peony. So I'm going to start my first peony up here. Right there. Little petals. Peonies, if you've ever seen them, they have so many little layers, they're just full of layers. So we're going to put some of the layers in the background here so that it just kind of helps you see that this is a multi-layered flower. I'm going to come around with some more petals this way, some more this way. Okay. These are simple. Really? They are. They're simple. Okay. Let's do another one. Wow, this P.H. Martin stuff that kind of dried on my palette and now it's crumbly. So this should be interesting, right? Let me pull that out there. So then another little flower right here. This is smaller, a little bit smaller on this side, but we still have the layers in the back. In fact, they're probably tighter than they are on the big flower, but you know, there's only so much you can do with the paint unless you want to really get very, very detailed. It's a detail brush. So get that a little bit darker. Okay. So there's sort of my peonies right there. And I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and a little darker, you know, give it a little bit of variation in the red, not all just that milky pink. I don't know why I like that. I know a lot of people, you know, will tell you don't put white of any sort in your watercolors, but I think it kind of looks nice. It makes a good pastel. Okay, let's go back to the orange one. I'm going to go back to the orange one and pick up my orange again. And I'm going to make the second half of the flower, which looks kind of like this. And orange. I'm going to clean the brush off a little bit and just pull down that color so that we have a pretty petal right there. And that kind of makes the whole flower. You know, isn't that pretty? And it's so simple. So we're going to come down here and we're going to do the same here. Make it really jagged. Rinse your brush off. With a clean brush, you're just going to pull down the rest of that petal right there. Isn't that easy? This one's kind of a bud, but I'm still going to put a layer to it. Like maybe just partially. And maybe it's a little bit more up there. All right. How simple, how simple, how simple. Okay, and then it needs some green, obviously, and I'm going to take some of the green on my palette over here. I don't know if you can see that or not. See what I'm doing? Taking some green here and here, and just mixing them up on my little itty bitty palette over there, and that's 2 olives, so I'm going to put some blue in with it. The blue and the green. And it makes it so pretty. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to use a smaller brush for this because I'm making stems, and I want my stems not to be too thick. So. Just pull them right down here. Okay, so this comes out. I think it's picked up about right there. Now, you know, I don't really know what kind of leaves to put on this thing because, right, I don't know what they look like. I don't know what peony leaves look like. So I'm probably going to get that wrong. I don't know what peony leaves look like. I don't know what poppy leaves look like. I didn't even research that before I started this morning. This is just me playing with watercolor, honestly. You know, what could be simpler than just playing with it and you don't really care whether you get the leaves right or not. But wouldn't that make a cute little bookmark, right? I think it would. And now it's make or break time because, you know, I have absolutely ruined paintings doing the leaves. So hopefully I'm not going to do that this time. What I did on the other ones is make almost a tulip leaf. I think this time I'm just going to make one like that. I really don't know what these leaves look like. And I'll come in here and make one that goes up like this. You know, it kind of goes behind that flower. Where else could I put one? Maybe just a little hint of something right here. And this is something here. How about that? Did I screw it up? It's possible. And then over here, I mean, you can leave it plain if you want to. You don't have to put any leaves on it. I'm just going to put some really quick leaves over here. Okay, that's about it. And I might put some centers in these flowers because, you know, flowers need centers. They need little, an indication that they, what they really are about, which is, it's naughty. We're not going to talk about it. Flowers are so naughty. They're just trying to attract those bees, and they're trying to pollinate and just being so naughty. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the yellow over here. Just have some stamens. Oh, goodness. What these flowers are doing. Tell you what, I can't leave them alone for 5 minutes. All right, well, there you go. I just think that I'm going to do some bookmarks here, and those are the 2 I'm doing for today. And I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you'll paint along.